Have you ever wondered how contouring the sides of the nose became such a makeup staple? It's a fascinating story that spans from the silver screen to our social media feeds. This technique isn't just about making your nose look smaller. It's about sculpting your features to create balance and harmony, a concept that makeup artists have understood for decades. Let's travel back to the golden age of Hollywood, the 1930s and 40s. On black and white film, lighting was everything. Cinematographers used harsh, dramatic lighting to create mood, but this could sometimes flatten an actor's features on screen. Makeup artists, true pioneers of their craft, figured out how to fight back. They started using darker shades of powder or cream along the sides of the nose and lighter shades down the center. This created artificial shadows and highlights, giving the nose dimension and definition under the intense studio lights. Think of iconic stars like Marlene Dietrich. Her sculpted features weren't just good genes. They were enhanced by the masterful hands of makeup artists who used light and shadow to chisel her famous look. They were essentially painting with makeup, creating an illusion of depth that the camera would pick up beautifully. As we move into the 1950s and 60s, color film became the norm. This changed the game. The heavy, theatrical contouring of the black and white era looked too harsh and obvious in Technicolor. Makeup had to become more subtle and natural. Artists adapted their techniques. Instead of stark lines, they began using softer, warmer tones to gently shade the nose. The goal shifted from dramatic sculpting to a more believable enhancement. It was about creating a sun-kissed, healthy look. The contour was still there, but it was blended seamlessly, whispering of dimension rather than shouting it. This was the era where makeup started to feel more personal, less like a mask and more like a tool for bringing out one's best features. Then came the 1970s and 80s, an era of bold expression. Makeup was all about drama, color, and self-expression. Think of the supermodels of the time. Their faces were canvases for striking looks. Nose contouring became sharper again, but with a new purpose. It was part of a full-face sculpt, working in tandem with chiseled cheekbones and defined jawlines. The technique was less about correcting and more about creating a powerful high-fashion statement. Drag queens also played a huge role during this period, perfecting the art of transformation through contouring. They showed the world the true power of makeup to completely reshape and redefine facial structure. And their influence on mainstream makeup trends cannot be overstated. They were the masters of illusion. The 90s and early 2000s saw a pendulum swing back towards minimalism. The no-makeup makeup look reigned supreme. The heavy contour of the 80s was out, and a more natural aesthetic was in. Nose contouring didn't disappear, but it went undercover. Artists used subtle taupes and cool-toned browns, blended so meticulously that you could barely tell it was there. It was about creating a your face but better effect. The goal was to look effortlessly perfect, as if you just woke up with a perfectly symmetrical, defined nose. This required incredible skill in blending and choosing the right undertones to mimic natural shadows. And that brings us to today, the age of the internet and social media. The rise of YouTube and Instagram beauty gurus has democratized makeup knowledge. Techniques that were once trade secrets of Hollywood artists are now accessible to everyone. We've seen nose contouring evolve into an art form with endless variations. There's the sharp, snatched look, popularized by Instagram MUS, the soft and diffused button nose trend, and everything in between. We have access to an incredible array of products, from creams and powders to sticks and liquids, all designed to help us sculpt our features. Today, nose contouring is a personal choice. It's a tool for self-expression, allowing us to play with our look, enhance our natural features, or transform ourselves completely for a day. From the silver screen to our phone screens, the simple act of shading the sides of the nose has proven to be one of the most enduring and transformative techniques in the history of makeup.